What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the other two Bionic Avenger characters that were revealed for this team coming up here. And we're just kind of talk about their kits, talk about some potential with this Bionic Avengers team, or I guess someone suggested Bio Avengers as a name for them that seems a little bit better, kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit better. We're going to break that all down in today's video, so if you guys find this video informative or helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's dive right into it. So the first character on this reveal is Deathlock. We're not really going to go through his bio too much, but he is like the one actual Bionic character that is on this team, which is a little funny. But let's start with his traits. Hero Global Tech Blaster Bio Avenger. His basic is Laser Barrage. Attacks a primary target for 200% damage and bonus attacks 3 times for 100% damage. In raids, if this character has full energy and crits on any of these attacks, generate 1 ability energy for up to 2 Bio Avenger allies who are not at full energy at the start of this turn. To clarify, this attack can generate up to 4 ability energy. So, there's a little bit of confusion with this. We had asked about this, but I have a feeling this is supposed to say 4 ability energy for each ally, because you do have 4 chances to crit here, which means 4 ability energy generated for each character here. So overall, this should be going for 8 ability energy split between 2 different characters. Already with this, looks like Raider is going to be a go-to ISO for this guy. Just on this, the amount of ability energy that you're going to generate with this ability or this basic is absolutely insane. And as we get into Viv Vision's kit as well, you're going to see that there is a little bit of synergy there with healing and stuff. But also, we see it as well, when Hulkbuster gets ability energy, he generates 5% speed bar on himself, or itself, I guess it's, yeah, so like, use the ultimate or special on Hulkbuster, now he's low on energy. Deathlock basically charges him up, gives him 20% speed bar, gives him 4 ability energy, and yeah, it's gonna really make that character go fast, and yeah, this is really, really cool. It's a shame this is only in raids, but if it wasn't just locked to raids, this would probably be extremely OP. Not necessarily broken, but pretty strong. His special is Gatling Sweep, 5/5 energy cost, applies offensive for 2 turns to self and all Bionic Avenger allies, attacks all enemies with 300% damage, and applies 2 bleeds. 1 ability energy for all adjacent Bio Avenger allies. If this character has 3 or more Bio Avenger allies, this cannot be dodged. Again, going here with this 3 or more. And this is the same thing in Viv's kit as well. So they're leaving the door open for this team to have someone come in as a 5th member on this team if you want to sacrifice someone off here. And this is probably going to be something for like War or Blitz or something to make them a little bit stronger in other game modes too. But, you know, ability energy for adjacent Bio Avenger allies. There is just ability energy all over this team. And you don't need this for... You don't need this for raids, so this is just all the time. Offensive for 2 turns to self and all Bio Avenger allies. Again, there's really no raid requirements here, so this is going to have its full power outside of raids as well. This is something to keep an eye on for War with the Bio Avenger team. And then the ultimate, EMP Blast. 5/7 energy cost, attacks at primary and adjacent targets for 450% damage. If any target is tech, attack that target for 500% damage instead. Apply ability block to the primary target, and if that target is tech, ability block for 2 turns instead. 1 ability energy for self and all adjacent Bio Avenger allies. So again, there's another thing here. I believe Vision has something similar with his dive bomb ability. Now you have this tech or this ability block for 2 turns on any tech target. Again, Doom. This really seems that this tech team is going to be really good for fighting against Doom. And honestly, this may be, I'm thinking, like, if you run into Doom on defense in War, it really feels like this Bio Avenger team is going to be really good for countering him in there as well, because, again, look at this. There's no raid restrictions here. This is all just any game mode. So, you know, this is not only good for countering Doom in the raids, but looks like it's going to be a good counter for Doom in War, because, you know, those Doom War defense teams can be a headache for some players. This is going to be an easy way for players to counter Doom they find on defense. We'll see how this all turns out. And then, the passive, Refurbished. On turn, gain 50% damage, and all Bio Avenger allies gain 15% damage, up to a maximum of 45%. In raids with this character where a Bio Avenger ally gains ability energy, gain +1 charge up to a maximum of 5. At the end of any turn, if this character has 5 or more charge, attack the most injured enemy with 300% damage and lose 5 charge. Gain 100% bonus focus. So, here's where things are gonna kind of suck for him a little bit. You know, he's not gonna gain that charge outside of raids, which means you're not gonna get this constant attacking here outside of raids, which is a shame. But yeah, and there's no real way to like charge adjacent allies. So yeah, you're not gonna really get this out of turn attack here with him on this, but you know, you are still going to get the 45% stacking damage. We talked about this the other day in the stat rework. You know, Iron Man and Vision both have incredibly powerful damage stats. They're basically top 10 in terms of damage. So now you get the stacking 45% damage on them. I mean, that's insane. You get the defense down from Iron Man. His Unibeam deals like 700% damage. Yeah, these guys are going to do some pretty crazy damage, and this is going to be fun to see how they do with the stacking damage. As they said in the start of his kit, they're giving him that ability to power up over turns, which is similar to how Silver Surfer works with speed. And yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool. I like this kit. It's simple. There's nothing too crazy here, and it's not restricted to raid really. Outside of this out of turn attack here. There's nothing in here that's really restricted to raids except for the ability energy on his basic, but again, that'd be pretty strong if that was for any game mode. But yeah, I can live with this kit. Next up is Viv Vision. Viv is a support, and she applies a lot of ability energy, as does all the Bio Avenger characters, and healing them when they gain ability energy, and that's what we were looking for. One of the things we were really looking for with this team was some sort of sustain. We have pretty good barrier generation with Hulkbuster. We've got plenty of ability energy flying around with this team. We've got plenty of damage with both Iron Man and Vision, and it looks like Deathlock's gonna have some pretty good damage as well. We needed some sort of sustain. We had immunity with Vision's passive as well. So we were able to prevent negative effects. We need some way to heal the team back up, and Viv is going to bring that to the team. She's got high health with this, which is going to be great because it's based off her max health, and she's got high focus as well. So yeah, they've definitely got this team filled out with this with Viv's kit here. Hero Global Tech Support Bio Avenger. Her basic is Synthezoid Strike. Attacks the primary target for 260% damage. Applies +1 deflect up to a maximum of 5 to the most injured ally. If there's a Bio Avenger, applies 2 deflect instead. In raids, generate 2 ability energy for a random Bio Avenger ally that was not at full energy at the start of the current turn. Generates 1 ability energy for a random Vision ally, and gains an assist from a random Vision ally. Now, the basic on Vision applies offense down. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. However, they have stated here, the ability will not generate ability energy for counterattack, assist, or ISO. So, yeah, as good as I was looking for an ISO attack with that ability energy, not going to happen here, which is a shame, but, you know, you're probably going to be running healer on her anyways because of just the sheer amount of healing she's going to be doing with her passive here. Her special is Phasing Blast, 4/4 energy cost, attacks a primary target for 300% damage and applies offense down for 2 turns and ability block for 2 turns. Generates 1 ability energy for 2 random Bio Avenger allies who are not at full energy at the start of the current turn, and then in raids, up on kill, apply offense down for 2 turns and ability block for 2 turns to all adjacent enemies. This cannot be blocked. Yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of this raid restriction here, which sucks, but I'm just trying to think, like, how crazy would it be if she did land a kill with her special here, and then you get ability block for 2 turns in war? Like, I mean, yeah, because we're looking at the war potential with this team, and yeah, this would probably make it a little bit too strong. Yeah, I mean, we gotta watch the power creep in some ways, I guess, but I do wish this was like 1 turn on adjacent enemies outside of raids, but you know, it sucks. But this cannot be blocked again. That would be really useful in war, but no such luck here. So it seems still pretty solid outside of raids, but it does lose quite a bit of power outside of raids. And then ultimate is Solar Strafe, 6/6 energy cost, flips 2 negative effects to positive effects for all allies. Flip all negative effects to positive effects for self and all Bio-Avenger allies instead. Attacks the primary target and all enemies in that character's row for 400% damage and applies blind. Generates 1 ability energy for all Bio-Avenger allies. If this character is 3 or more Bio-Avenger allies, attack is unavoidable. Again, 3 or more. Plenty of room for that 5th spot. Ability energy for all Bio-Avenger allies. There are no raid restrictions on this as well. So, if you're running into war, and we'll talk about the raid potential here in a second, because this is really, really big for raids as well. Like in war, now you're able to, if you get like a whole bunch of negative effects on your team at the start of the fight and they don't have trauma, you just flip them all with his ultimate here. That's great. This attacking all primary target all enemies in that character's row for percentage damage. Yeah, there's always been rows. Like you can see there's characters in the front and the back. That's basically what they're doing. They've never really used that in a mechanic before, at least not that I'm aware of. So we're going to see how this plays out in the future. This could make it really interesting for war too, because you have 3 characters in the front, you have 2 characters in the back. So I'm curious to see, like, if there's going to be ways you set up teams to prevent, like, this solar strafe from really doing things. But this blind is really cool too. I love that. Like, that's really awesome. And ability energy for all Bio-Avenger allies. This is great. Great. Plenty of ability energy flying around on this team. You're going to be using abilities constantly with this team, and I'm all for it. But also this right here. Football put negative effects and positive effects for self and all Bio-Avenger allies. So that first raid note with Silver Surfer, if Surfer hits Viv with his ultimate and she gets ability block, Vision clears that. So, like, she's not going to ever have ability block on herself unless you have trauma. But basically what's going to happen here is someone else gets ability blocked with this. You just use this ultimate and Viv is going to clear it. And yeah, like this plus the immunity and everything, like this is perfect. Like this is going to make tech nodes just on paper. This makes the tech nodes look so much more manageable, and I am all for it. I love it. This is great. I love this. I really, really do love this. I'm beyond done with tech nodes at this point, man. Like I'm running like a 7 red T'Challa in tech nodes, but I am so ready to have a dedicated tech raid team. I may just go whale on this team. I mean, I've already got 6 red on Vision and Iron Man. I mean, why not? Let's go all out. Her passive is positive vibes. When this character or Bio-Avenger ally gains ability energy, heals self and all Bio-Avenger allies for 3% of his character's max health. There you go. That's why you're running the healer ISO on her, most likely. When this character or any Bio-Avenger ally drops below 50% max health the first time, do the following: clear disrupted, clear heal block, applies stealth, and then in raids, generates 1 ability energy for that character. Yes. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't sure if the in raids was part of this down here. No. So this is all one part of our kit right here. So clears disrupted, heal blocks, applies stealth, and generates 1 ability energy for that character. So that's great. It's kind of like a Doom. That's like kind of like a Doom mechanic. When you fall low on health, you generate 1 ability energy. That makes him go a little bit faster in his ultimate. This is great. I love that. And then additionally, 50% armor for her and 25% for Bio-Avenger allies, and then in raids the 25% for Bio-Avenger allies. So even outside of raids, this is still gonna have some pretty good power. The disrupted, the heal block, and applying stealth, that's perfect. Like that's great. Like that's it's a little bit of different kits all together in one. So you know, that's clearing the disrupted. Who does that right now? Is that Agatha or is that Morgan that does it on Darkhold? I can't remember who does it on the Darkhold team with clearing disrupted on that character. Applying the stealth, we see that with Loki's kit. That can make them really annoying. I wonder how this team's going to do on war defense because of this. Because this specifically, they're applying stealth to that character. That could make them annoying on defense too, potentially. Because Viv's going to clear disrupted, so you can't disrupt them unless you have trauma. They're going to clear that disrupt, and then they're going to get stealth on them. The heal block getting cleared, that's great too. Like, this could potentially be an annoying war defense team. Which is probably not making players very excited right now, because war defense is a pain in the butt. And the last thing we need is another war defense team, but I mean, I'm curious to see how this is going to work out. But 50% armor for her and 25% for Bio-Avenger allies outside of raids. And another 25% inside of raids. So overall, like, this kit looks great. I love these two kits. I am very excited for this team. Let me know what you guys think down below. What do you guys think about these two kits? Are you guys going to go all out on this Tech Raid team? I'm sure a lot of players are. Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.